And a beautiful Monday morning to you all. Hope you're going to have a great week. Just a few updates, really. Nothing to really show you. I have stuff on the way, but this did show up. The Umbrella Corp, $10 still gives you a cool sticker. Some of you manufacturers should take a hint on that one. Geisley's awesome. Reptilia sent a cool one. But every once in a while, you'll spend a bunch of money on stuff and you won't get a sticker, and I think that sucks. I think we need to send more stickers. People love their stickers. I know I do. Some updates. I got into it in some groups over the weekend. The dude was giving me crap about why you're running an LPVO on a 10.5 or 11.5. That's meant for CQB work. I said, all right, that's a valid point. So I moved the Steiner over to the 16-inch Suns Geisley build. Aesthetically, it looks great. Looks like it belongs there. When I had my Razor, this thing with a fully loaded mag was just so heavy. You can definitely feel that difference. It's much better. Uh, However, that fast mount is on its way. The FDE fast with the. I did order two adapter plates, one for the SRO RMR footprint and one for the Aimpoint Micro footprint. So I had options. We're gonna try this out on their version of a J arm and see how this cheapo primary arms does the trick and get a feel for it. I still may pick up a Holosun or something similar. Just see what the weight differences are, if it's too bulky, yada, yada, yada. Um, Secondly, since that fast mount's on its way, this frees up the ADM QD mount for another LPVO. And since I'm really trying to focus on LPVOs and start getting to the range and really put some good time and effort into not mastering, but, getting my feet wet, getting comfortable with shooting LPVOs at the 100 and the 200 and possibly 300 yard range. I went back and forth, did lots of exhaustive research. I've been doing that for the last month and a half or so, but I really dug deep, tried to narrow it down to two or three viable options. I was looking at the Trijicon Credo 1 to 6. I was looking at the Vortex PST Gen 2. And one that caught my surprise about a month or 2 months ago that I've been watching videos on. Superset CA has a great one. C-Does did a great one. The Dark Lord of Optics did a great one. It's the Delta Striker HD 1 to 6. Now, it's a lesser known company in the States. They're more of a European brand out in Poland. I came across this LPVO. It had vast improvements over the Vortex as far as quality of glass. The glass is Japanese, not from the Philippines. It's made in the same factory. I think it's called LOW. The same factory that makes the Razors and some of the Trijicons and a bunch of others. The glass clarity from the reviews I've seen that aren't really shill based, they seem to be very factual. Lots of guys are basically saying it's about 90% of the clarity of a Razor HD Gen 2 E. It comes with its own pop-in throw lever. The motion for the dial is much on par with the Steiner. The PST was supposedly it's really stiff. On the Striker, it seems to be much more fluid. It has the cap turrets, low profile, that have very tactile. Daylight bright reticle. What really put me over the edge is when I saw a guy say, I have a Razor, I have Trijicons, I have Steiners. I picked up this Delta, and I have to say, it's probably the closest thing I've seen to what a Steiner 1 to 6 would be if they made one. Glass clarity and the daylight bright, almost nuclear bright type dot. It just seems to be getting a lot of praise. So I pulled the trigger last night. It's on its way. That's going to be going in the ADM QD mount, probably on the Noveska here. It's QD, so I'm still going to try it on the ADM, maybe even the Geisley. As far as the fast mount, that's not QD based. That's locked down, so I won't be moving that around as much. I think I like it on here. on the Geisley build. Aesthetically, it looks cool, but from a practical standpoint, I'm still going to try it on the Geisley, see how it feels. I get the whole short build for CQB, longer builds for LPVOs. It's logical, but still, you want to try different stuff out. So, I mean, that's about it. I mean, it's like I said, I want to move forward, really put some energy and time into tons of range time in 2022. I want to focus on not mastering, but just getting my feet wet and comfortable with shooting LPVOs at 100, 200 yards. Focus on some groups, learn how to dial them in, and just go forward from there. So that's on the pike. Over the course of this week, stuff will start to roll in, and then we'll move forward from there. As far as 1.0 and the back and forth on the barrels, I'm still leaning towards grabbing a 16 Criterion for the Noveske and just put the 14.5 for now on 1.0. There'll be about a 4-inch barrel extrusion or whatever the term is. It's going to pop out about 4 inches, so it's going to look a little weird, but not crazy. I think that's a good way to go. Eventually, I am going to have to pick up a 12.5, I think. Now, this ADM is running the Colt 11.5. I think I'm just over the limit, 0.75, 0.8. I won't know, but I haven't even thought about buying a can yet. And then once I do buy one, it's going to be a long wait. So obviously, this 10.5 on the 10-inch Geisley Fed rail, there's no way that'll be able to suppress. So that's going to have to change. Eventually, what I see myself doing is popping this 11.5 Colt back in the Geisley, and the 12.5 will be going in the ADM. But right now, it's really not a priority because I'm not anywhere close to suppressing. So once we get closer to that goal, then I'll make those changes. There's no point buying another barrel, and I don't want to spend constantly. But that's where we are. That's some minor updates, but cool. I'm looking forward to seeing that Delta. My only trepidation with the Delta is they're a lesser-known company in the States. These things launched about a year and a half ago at a price point of $699. Now that, like the Steiner, once people realized how good they were, that price jumped into the 800, 850 range. Now, some people that are in the industry are saying this thing's probably going to hit over 1,000. Like the Steiner. When the Steiner launched, what was it, 500? Now they're going for $799. So there's lots of guys after properly reviewing these and testing them and seeing how much abuse they can take and the glass clarity and the reticle brightness and all the attributes, are saying that this Delta is probably going to be north of 1,000 at some point in the near future. So snag them while you can. So I did. Looking forward to checking that out. I think it'll be a cool addition for the channel. And we'll check it out together when it shows up. And other than that, that's about it. Have a wonderful week. Enjoy your Monday. Get out there and have fun. Be somebody. I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.